Hello everyone. Well, I've been getting a lot of calls and emails asking how this particular training and assignments work. So in this video I'm going to show you how to navigate around the trainings and the assignments, and I'm going to give you a really useful tool that you can use to complete both of these without having to use a lot of time and taking up a lot of time to do this. So first thing I'm going to click on the actual course. And I'm in here under a student account, and I'm going to go to course materials, and I'm going to go where it says Word Module 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to click on Module 3, Chapter 1, and I'm going to see my trainings and my Word assignments. Now you will see in my test here that I've been pretending like I've been a student who hasn't been doing very well with this. And so as a student, maybe I'm getting frustrated with this. So I'm going to show you a little trick that you can do so that you get the full benefit of this and the full amount of points, but you're also not spending hours and hours on your computer. The trainings show you how to do each activity with learning aids, and you can do the trainings as many times as you want until you receive a score of 70 or better. Once you receive a score of 70 or better, you will receive 10 points for your grade. Then, for the word assignments, it's the exact same thing from the trainings, except you don't have the learning aids. You can take the trainings 3 times, and when you get 70 or better, then you get 20 points for your grade. Now here's the catch. If you don't get 70% and you've clicked on submit and it gives you a grade, unfortunately, that means you do have to do each item over again. So for this video, I'm going to show you a trick to help you avoid that. I'm going to start with the training. And when I get into the training, I'm going to see a question that shows up here about this particular Word document. Down here, I have my learning aids that allow me to help me with this. I can read the instructions to me. It shows me a video, or it can do what's called a practice, where it literally has you click on specific things and does it step by step until you do it correctly, and then it asks you to try it on your own. So one of the things I want to show you is every module has this View All feature. And if I click on the View All feature, it's going to show me all the skills that are in this particular model. I can go through the skills as it is presented to me when I go in there, or I can pick specific skills in here and complete them as I go along, but it doesn't have to be in the exact order that it shows up. So for this particular demo, I'm going to show you, I'm going to select one of these items. So I'm going to go through this list here. And for this particular demo, I want to see how to start a new Word document. I'm going to start with that, so I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click on Launch. And when I do that, the question shows up here and what I'm supposed to do. Now, for demonstration's sakes, I'm going to do this wrong. It tells me to display a blank Word document. So I'm going to do this wrong so you can see what the program is telling me to do. I'm going to click here. It tells me that's an incorrect action. And I'll see here that I have 2 more attempts remaining. I only get 3 attempts per question. And if I don't get in those 3 attempts, it's marked as incorrect. So I don't want to get it wrong again, so I'm going to go to Learning Aids, and I'm going to pick the particular learning aid that I want to do. So for this particular one, I'm very visual, so I'm going to go ahead and do a watch video, but you can pick whichever one you like the best. It's going to come up to a video. I'm going to click on it to watch it.
To start a new blank document, click Blank Document. With the insertion point positioned at the top of your new blank document, type internships available and then press Enter to start a new paragraph. Press Enter again and then type, "This summer, Sturgeon Point Productions will be filming a short documentary in Costa Rica about its native birds and has positions available for 2 interns."
Okay, so now I've watched the video and I'm going to go attempt to do what they said. Now, word of advice for you. This particular program is very particular. So if there is a comma or a period in there, it wants you to type it exactly how it looks in there. So if I type this whole thing and I don't put that comma in there, it's going to say that I have an incomplete action, and it's going to say it's incorrect. So now I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to do exactly what they told me to do. I'm going to go to blank document. It takes me to the next step, which is right here. It says type internships available. I'm going to type it exactly the way it appears. If it's capital, I need to make sure it's capital. And then it says press enter 2 times. 1, 2. So now I'm going to type it exactly the way it looks. This summer, there's a comma. I do need to put the comma in or it will tell me it is incorrect. So I'm going to type this in the correct way. So now it tells me I have completed that question. And it takes me to another question. Now here's where the trick comes in. Every module has this thing for save, except the test out. The test out do not have the aids, they do not have the save. But I'm going to click on this save button right now, and it's going to say, you want to save this? And I'm going to say yes. Now it is saving the progress that I have done. It has not been submitted, but that question that I got correct is in there. Now, that question is fresh in my mind. I just did it, so I'm going to go into the assignment and see if I can't do the exact same thing. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to try to attempt to do this correctly. When I'm going to try to attempt this again. It's fresh in my brain, so I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click on the launch. I'm going to get the exact same question I just got. I just did it. So I'm going to go and do exactly what it says, but this time I'm going to get it correct, and I'm going to click on the save button so that I can go back to the training to try it to another one. It is not official until I click the submit button. Once I click the submit button, then it's going to give you a grade. So I recommend you keep doing this. Do the training. Once you get it correct, save it, then go to the activity and do it, save it, and then do that. Once you've gotten that, you are kind of assuring that you're going to get the maximum amount of questions. Then you click submit, and then you'll be able to get your questions without having to go back in and do the entire test all over again. Okay, so I had gone to the assignment and got that answer correct. Now remember, I had saved that in the training, but I didn't click submit. So if I go back into the training now, it's going to take me to another question. But I can click on this view all here, and it's going to show me what I have completed and what I have attempted. If it was wrong or not done correctly, it's an incomplete. But if I look here, you will see this says correct. That is that item that I saved. So it's still in there. So this is what I'm recommending you do. Do the activity in the training, save it, then go immediately into the assignment, find the exact same activity, do it, and then save it, go back into the training, and then do another activity. Once you get that right, save it and go back to the activity. Keep doing that until you've gotten most of these correct, because you need 70 or better. And then once you have that, you'll see the number of points you have here. You'll see how well you're doing. Once you've done that, then click submit, and then it'll give you your grade. But then that way, you're kind of assuring you're going to get the right answers. If you do it that way, if you do the save feature, once you click submit, then it's final, and then it'll give me the grade that you got. And if it's 70 or better, you will get the 10 points for the training and 20 points for the assignment. For the trainings, you can do over and over again as many times as you need to. For the assignment, though, you only get 3 tries. So I would recommend that you use this strategy. Of course, email me or call me if you have any questions.